All right, y'all. Well, the starter went bad in the truck, so let's get it taken care of. Hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to work on my truck again. Seems like we're doing a lot of things to that lately, but today is a starter. So I've had two instances now where it has almost stranded me. First one was at Lowe's the other day getting some supplies for the basement. I had to turn the key several times to get it to start. A couple times it clicked, a couple times it didn't do anything, and then it finally started. And then the second time was this morning. Almost got stuck here at home while I was trying to go to church. So same scenario, turned the key several times, it clicked a few times, didn't do anything a few times, and then finally started. So before I actually wind up getting stranded somewhere, I'm going to go ahead and get it taken care of. So we've got a new starter here. I've got a CarQuest premium starter, and so we'll go ahead and get that taken care of. You can see I've got a tire in the back of the truck right now that needs obviously replacing. I got an appointment on Tuesday. Got some new Mickey Thompsons on order, so those will be here Tuesday. So I'm kind of tired of spending money on the truck right now. Did a window regulator in it a few weeks ago. Tire exploded on the highway the other day, and now starter's going out now. So I've got probably close to $3,000 that I will have spent in the last couple, probably about a month on this truck. But it's about at 100,000 miles, and it really hasn't needed hardly any work up to this point. So, you know, we're at 100,000 miles. Things are starting to wear out a little bit. So those tires actually lasted me close to 70,000 miles. So I can't really be too upset about that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get the truck jacked up, get it up in the air a little bit, get it secured, get a jack stand under there, and we'll get started on this starter. All right, so first thing we're going to do is disconnect our battery. Make sure anytime you're doing anything with the electrical system that you disconnect the battery. And then if you're working on the starting system or starting or charging systems, you probably also, not just the negative cable. Most electronic stuff you can just disconnect the negative battery cable. But if you're working on the starting or charging system, you're probably going to want to go ahead and disconnect both, just because you don't really want to do any arc welding underneath there. If you still have the positive cable connected and you touch body ground or something like that, you can wind up arc welding something underneath the truck. So let's not do that. So we'll go ahead and disconnect this, positive and negative. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right, so that should hold that up out of the way so we can get to, or so it doesn't wind up reconnecting while we're under the truck. So let's go ahead and get the truck jacked up, and we'll find the starter and see what we can do about getting it replaced. I've never done one on this particular truck before, but I've done a bunch of starters in the past, so hopefully it's in a very easy location. Most trucks are pretty simple, so let's find out. All right, so I've got jack stand on there. I also will go ahead and put this jack back under there just as a second thing to hold it. The jack will leak down over time, so you definitely want to use a jack stand. Don't leave it sitting on a hydraulic jack, because that obviously also can fail if it springs a leak while you're under there. Thankfully, it's up high enough that it probably wouldn't crush me, but depending on what you're doing, it definitely could if you got a wheel off or something like that. So, all right, so we're up under the truck. This obviously is transmission right here. We've got oil pan, you see the oil filter, and then if you look straight up from here, we've got our starter right there. So we've got our bolts for it, one there, one right there. So we'll get those bolts taken out. Hopefully this drops down pretty easily. All right, so the electrical connectors for the starter are kind of on the top, and they're kind of a pain to get to, and it's, I believe, That's what's keeping me from being able to get it down. I got it unbolted and got it loose, but I can't get it actually out of the truck. So I'm going to take the splash panel out and then hopefully get that removed. Try not to take tire off just because they're heavy and I don't want to deal with them. But I'm going to go ahead and get the splash shield out, see if we can get to the wiring, get that disconnected, and get this starter out of here. All right, y'all, so now that we got the splash shield out, I can show you what I was dealing with. So this is our starter motor right here. That is part of the electrical portion of it, the solenoid and all that. And then this right here, that bolt is attached to this cable. And that was kind of keeping me from being able to actually pull it out of there. So you got a lot better access to it from over here with the splash shield out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that loose and see if we can get this starter out of here. All right, one other thing on here is this bolt right here is actually a little heat shield that's bolted to the starter, and that is making it very difficult to get this thing out too. We also have a little bit of an electrical connector here that's kind of hard to see because it's wrapped in heat shield too. I'm not exactly sure how that comes disconnected. I'm gonna have to try to see if I can pull that heat shield back. I think it's just a little, standard connector, kind of like, one of these or something. But I'll just have to see what that looks like once we get a little more movement on this thing. I got to get that heat shield off to be able to actually move this thing around. That heat shield right here, I think, is actually what is holding this in place more than this cable was. So we'll get that loose and see what we've got. All right, y'all, so this is what that connector looks like. That little red tab on there is a lock. So the lock you have to push back, and then you can push on the clip and get it disconnected. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. All right, so we got the old one out. So this is that electrical connector that we were just looking at. It's got the locking tab is on the back side here. So when you're trying to disconnect it this way, there's a little push tab that you got to push on and then just disconnect it. It is a little bit fragile. Well, the clip isn't, but I actually broke the little red locking piece off of the connector when I was trying to push this off of here. So just be mindful of that and just be a little careful with it. That's the actual little locking piece that we had to push back, but it's broken off, unfortunately. It's not a huge deal because the clip is still intact. So when I connect the new one on there, it'll still clip down on there. It just won't have that lock in place, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the new starter put in, and we'll be all done. All right, y'all, new starter is in. After having done it, I do believe that you could have done this without taking the splash shield out. I still think it was easier by pulling the splash shield. It gives you a lot better, easier access to these bolts on the side over here, but it could have been done without taking it out. I just hadn't done it before, and it was a little bit harder to see up under there laying on my back. I really hate laying on the ground working on cars. I much prefer to have a lift to use, but I don't have one. So anyway, we got that in. I'm gonna go ahead and get the splash shield back up and get things buttoned up here, and then we'll give it a shot and make sure it works. All right, y'all, well, that's it for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and take this old starter back to the store and get my core money back. That most parts like this, if you take it back to the store, they'll give you some money back so that they can take that one, take it apart, refurbish it, and then resell it. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or anything like that, hit the comments. And always remember, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the little bell icon so you can get notified when we post new videos, and we will see you guys on the next one.